coming's here.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the December 23rd, the Festivus edition of the Disney Morning Show, where Kyle and I will catch you up on what's going on in the world of Disney. My name is Doobie Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. That's Kyle Burbank, our executive editorial director. Haven't seen you in a while, Kyle. How's it been going?
It's been good. We did 3 or 4 shows last week. Tony filled in for you. He got 11 out of 16 football picks correct.
Oh, Tony, big football fan?
No.
Helmets?
That's
the
why
design
it was
on the
fun.
helmets? Yeah.
City connections mostly.
Okay. Hello, Fred Ramirez. How you doing? Happy Doomsday, Nikki B. Gio, nice to see you out there. Before we get started with our normal first segment, I did want to take a serious moment to talk about the very, very sad, I'm not sure when he passed, but I know it became public news yesterday. Adam the Woo, that's him on the left as you look at this in the black t-shirt. He is one of the original YouTube vloggers, specifically in the theme park arena, although he expanded well beyond that to just be kind of a travel vlogger, weird travel vlogger, not your normal places. And I only know him because my son, being of the age, was a huge YouTube fan. He used to watch Adam the Woo, used to watch Justin Scard. That's who's up there. That's who's standing next to Adam. Random Land, but just the outpouring of love. I did not know Adam the Woo at all, but the outpouring of love and just talking about what a wonderful guy he was and how supportive he was, which was not always the case. Definitely not always the case in the vlogger community. It's just so beautiful to see, and just hard to believe that Adam the Woo is gone at a relatively young age and such an important part of this community. So Adam, me and everyone else that I know who pays attention will miss you. So in the words of LPP, whoop, 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 let's get going, Kyle. Right. Last time someone updated the sheet, it was at 112.89. Let's scroll down. First of all, Disney, come on. Let's get rid of this Utopia 2 stuff. It's time. 112.52. Basically the same. End of the year is not typically the busiest time for stock market moving.
Santa Claus rally. Come on. Let's do it.
Let's move on. Do not tell me.
Okay. Do not tell him.
Just that one. Sorry. The first one came up and there were ads. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It was the one that I added late.
No problem. Is it me?
It
is me. The Doomsday trailer. The Doomsday trailer is finally available on YouTube. It's been out, if you wouldn't see Fire and Ash. It was out before that, if you pay a lot of attention to socials. But it is out officially on YouTube now. It features Steve Rogers. I'm not going to show it here. You can see it if you want to see it. But Steve Rogers is back. That's the other Captain America. That's not, what's his name?
Anthony Mackie.
I know, but what's his name in the movie?
Oh, wow. Just left my brain.
Brother Ramirez, I know you're out there. Anyway, Steve Rogers is going to be back as Captain America. In the trailer, he rides a motorcycle and he holds a baby. And then it says Steve Rogers is back. So there you go. And there are multiple trailers.
Sam Wilson.
Thank you, Sam Wilson. There are multiple trailers for or
allegedly.
teasers.
I don't know if that's actually been officially confirmed, but
it may not have been officially confirmed, but the second one's been leaked. So I'm pretty sure that there are multiple coming. So keep going to see Fire and Ash over and over again, just so you can see these trailers.
Or waiting till the Tuesday after, apparently.
Al is concerned with that kind of panic and the phrase, we have another one in the town Doobie's in. See also, yeah. Doobie also is concerned about such things. So Al, do me a favor. If you are aware of any tremblers or pending tremblers or past tremblers, just keep it to yourself. All right.
Speaking of the Disney movies, they've made some changes to their upcoming upcoming release slate. Ready or Not 2 is apparently ready because it's going to be moving up from April 10th, 2026 to March 27th of next year. Meanwhile, Gatto also moving up. This is the next one. It's Pixar, right, Tony? I forget. Moving up from June 18th, 2027 to March 5th, 2027. But in turn, Ridley Scott's The Dog Stars, which was going to be released on the date that is now taken by Ready or Not 2, will be pushing back slightly to August 28th of next year. So we can look forward to all of those. Is Al going to tell me whether or not? Of course it's Pixar.
Well, that's not Al. That's just At laughing.
It wasn't a 3D computer animated image, so it could have gone either way. But Smell-O-Vision is what Tony wishes that he had for this episode of Imagineer That with Tom Morrow 2.0. The latest episode dropped yesterday once Disney remembered to actually put the embed in the Disney Parks blog article. And this one's all about the smells that you get in specifically like the parade and things like that. So peppermint, gingerbread, Christmas trees, how they get those scents pumped out that you can experience that level of detail in the park. So you can check that out over on Laughing Place or Disney's YouTube channel.
I don't understand how they get those smells in there. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
All right. If you're going to be sailing on the Disney Adventure, first of all, you've got a long plane trip ahead of you. But they are going to be giving you a unique onboard gift. And it is going to be given to all people sailing when it starts sailing in March, featuring some Marvel favorites from the region that the ship calls home. You'll get a physical copy of the special edition of the first issue of Amazing Adventures, featuring regional heroes from Southeast Asia, Jitter and Wave, alongside Marvel favorites on a mission across the new Disney adventure. I believe this is available exclusively for people sailing on the ship, which is just amazing. So let's learn about these heroes, which exist already, but maybe you don't know about them because they're centered in Southeast Asia. So Jitter has this very cool power. For 1 minute, the mutant Jitter can be the best at any skill or talent for 1 minute, but the best in the world for 1 minute. And Wave loves the water and is endowed with water manipulation powers. So there you go. Jitter, Wave, and other Avengers will be coming to you on the Disney Adventure setting sail in March. Oh,
next one's you.
Yeah, man. I need to. Fire. Disney Plus has debuted yet another new Yule log, this time featuring The Simpsons. The new video features a single shot of an animated fire crackling in the same 2D style as the landmark TV series. And then at a certain point, Marge walks by and hangs up stockings on the mantel above the crackling fireplace. And whoever wrote this, I love how they pointed out that the stockings do eventually fall down so that it can be a perfect loop for the hour-long thing.
Hold on. I also have breaking news. Disney Plus has updated the listing for this to note that it was released in the year of our Lord 2025 instead of the year 3000, as it said yesterday.
Oh, I went to the year 3000.
Not much has changed, but they live in the water.
This joins previous Yule logs, which is just such an esoteric collection. The Grand Californian Hotel, a very Jonas Christmas movie, Arendelle from Frozen's Arendelle's Castle, the SEC Network, and How to Train Your Dragon Snuggle Log.
So if you want to just stare at something in the background because you don't have a real fireplace or even one of those fake gas-powered ones, now you can just turn on your TV and not feel any extra warmth.
And see the SEC Network Yule log. Yes.
But sitting in front of screens, I guess popular Twitch streamer who plays Fortnite and other games, Clix, was at I actually don't even know which park this was.
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios one. But in Galaxy's Edge, that's why I didn't know the difference. But they had a whole setup. You could see them there in their chair, and there was like whole computer PC things, gaming live from I don't know what internet connection he was able to get. That seems like that'd be a hindrance, but they made it work, and apparently lots of people came out to see him as well. So you can find more photos, and Disney's releasing some more stuff now. Yesterday it was kind of more on his channel, but it seems like Disney has been sharing stuff since. So keep an eye out.
Amazing, just the fragmentation of media now. Never heard this name until it popped into my feed yesterday. 2.4 million followers on Instagram. Can only imagine what he has on Twitch.
Well, you know who the newest Fortnite player is, right?
That would be Maxon, right?
Kyle Burbank.
Are you really?
I haven't been streaming on here. No. So Becca's work, they get their choice of gift, and she went with a PS5. So we downloaded Fortnite so that I could play Disneyland Game Rush, and it's pretty fun. I'm not good at it. But yes, Maxon has been live streaming some Fortnite on here and on our Twitch, so you can keep an eye out for that.
I think you buried the lead there. Becca's work gives her a PS5 as a gift.
Yeah, that was one of the options.
Benji!
I got candy from him. Disneyland's half marathon weekend is coming up early next year, and they're taking a look at some of the exclusive merch that you can purchase. The Health and Wellness Expo will be open at the Disneyland Hotel on the 29th, 30th, and 31st of January. And on the 29th, there's going to be a virtual queue because some of this stuff might be in demand. Some pretty interesting stuff here. It's mostly just like the themes of the races, but I will say I really like this headband coming up, which I think she's also wearing right there. That's pretty. It's fun. I don't know. It looks like a different sort of style. I don't know if it's just that the band itself is kind of wrapped or whatever, but it looks different than the like a normal ear headband that you get. But so if you're headed, even if you're not going to do any of the races, I believe you could purchase this stuff during the Health and Wellness Expo. Anyone can get into there at the Disneyland Hotel late next month.
Wait, workplaces give gifts? And all Geo got was a card?
Yeah, you got flood nuggets, Nikki. Come on.
Flood nuggets?
They gave her free McDonald's nuggets. She was calling them flood nuggets.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. I figure you get a gift, or maybe Nikki B, she wants a gift, but she got a huge Christmas bonus like Geo did. You know, a card with a nice big check.
I got a bonus as well in addition to the gift.
Where does she work again? Are they looking for some IT help?
They might be. Believe it or not, this is Jungle Cruise related.
It seems Disney is ready to start placing some 3D printed props in the world famous Jungle Cruise, like this full canoe. A new report from CNET indicates that Disney has been working with the Florida-based company Hattie, which 3D prints at an industrial scale. Nikki B got a 3D printed Clippy. Maybe it was from Hattie. During Disney Demo Day at the Disney Studio out in Burbank, Hattie CEO and co-founder Jay Rogers was on hand telling folks that the company is installing their first boat in a Disney park, specifically at the Jungle Cruise. Hattie was a part of the 2025 Disney Accelerator program, receiving financing, platforming, and mentoring, and most importantly for them, help from Disney, working with Disney Imagineers. Now, here's the really interesting part of this to me. Oh, that was cool. That's not an interesting part, but that is cool. So apparently it would take a traditional boat maker about 1,000 human hours to make that boat. It only took 70 robot hours. No one's up in arms. If an AI created it, people would be going crazy. But a 3D printer creates it. No one cares that 1,000 human hours are not being paid. People are very inconsistent. And it's kind of annoying. That's all I'm saying. By the way, that speech.
I need a Doobie soapbox bumper.
That speech was written by ChatGPT. Uh-oh.
Everyone loses their minds. What's wrong?
My picture didn't load.
Oh.
What the heck? What the heebie?
That grate that you showed, that was also 3D printed. It looks like it's metal and steel, and
it was.
It's whatever 3D printers shoot out.
Work begins next month on transforming Cinderella Castle back to its historic color scheme. This will start in January. The updated paint will feature the grays, creams, blues, and touches of gold, aiming to enhance this castle's architecture. The way it looks now is from the park's 50th anniversary. And during this update, which again begins next January, cranes will be on site, but will be lowered and out of sight by noon each day, with work expected to be completed later in 2026. This will have some effect on the Let the Magic Begin welcome show and very little effect on the Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair and Happily Ever After. Continue to perform with only minor adjustments.
So wait, first we're letting the robots print our boats, and now you're telling me that birds are going to be painting this castle?
What did I say?
You said that their cranes are going to be moving.
Gee whiz, man, Kyle, you are so far above that. It's not even funny.
We are going to do the Disney Plus top 10, but we're going to do it with Sorcerer's Streak. So now it's time for it.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Oh, Al has something important here. That company does use AI, as noted in the article. Sorry, I missed that.
That's almost like the more you know.
Al does not want to be shortchanged, since Al stands for AI, as you may recall. We have a review, and this is an interesting review because our team literally fought over who did this review. And the loser was Maxon. So this is a review. National Geographic's The Tale of Cillian explores an honest look at life and our natural connection to the world around us. The documentary is set to premiere on Nat Geo this January. Again, this is by Maxon. The Tale of Cillian is a broad and raw exploration of our changing world, the pressure of profit on changing tradition and culture, and our natural and human connection to nature. Going into the story, I expected to find myself more enamored with the unique relationship between Nicola and Cillian, but found myself walking away with a far greater respect for our shared connectedness in experiences and our common goal of prosperity. I think the documentary feels far more suited for an older audience who will appreciate the bittersweetness of adulthood, but I think families will still have the plenty of takeaways to make it worth experiencing together. The Tale of Cillian is in select theaters now and will premiere on January 8th on Nat Geo. Catch it the next day streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And the rest.
Well, I don't know if you know about this, but this time of year, leading probably through February, you have for your consideration time, which is where studios try to get awards. And as part of that, they're sometimes like Zootopia, probably not going to win Best Picture, but maybe Best Original Screenplay. So they've released the screenplay online. And in fact, you can read it on Laughing Place. Please take the time to leave Laughing Place open and read the entire script while you're on that page.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, actually.
Speaking of successful films like Zootopia 2, Avatar, Fire and Ash is doing boffo at the box office. Nearly $90 million in its domestic opening, $350 million worldwide. Very successful. Probably not quite as successful as our greatest dreams, but still very successful. It is Disney's second highest opening of the year after Snow White, which is very impressive. Just kidding, after Zootopia 2. So Disney started weak, but ending strong.
And it's worth remembering that the first Avatar, just like a lot of James Cameron films, it didn't have the biggest opening, but it just held really well. So if it holds really well, like past Avatar films, it'll still end up making just an ungodly amount of money. But Bluey, a new minisode, has surprise debuted on Disney Plus. This one's titled Christmas Cricket, and it runs all of 90 seconds long. So you can check that out over on Disney Plus for all of you Bluey fans out there.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
You're a Bluey fan.
Yeah, I haven't seen every episode, but yeah, I think I could probably work 90 seconds. Okay, I'll get there. I had to watch Pluribus instead. In fact, I have to watch Pluribus on Becca's lunch. So that
Are you caught up?
TV Club tonight. No, we watched episode 2 yesterday.
That's all?
And it was driving me crazy because I'm listening to the end credit song and I knew it was a cover. I'm like, I think it's a John Lennon song. And it was a John Lennon song.
You liking it?
Yeah, it's interesting. Did you see the Roku thing that Luke shared?
I did. It's the best show on TV. Season finale tomorrow. So excited.
Well, the Kennedy Space Center has debuted a new show featuring the Fraggles from Fraggle Rock. And Jeremiah got to go check that out yesterday and was able to video it and bring you the complete show over on our YouTube or on the site. So if you're a Fraggle fan, he said he really enjoyed it. So you can go and check that out. And then Mike Celestino, who's the boss, is back. This time he had co-creator and showrunner of The Young Jedi Adventures, Michael Olson, on the show. And so you can listen to that wherever you get your podcast or watch the video version over on our YouTube channel. And speaking of YouTube and Mike Celestino, He also got to go to the Jolly Holiday on the Lot with D23. This is an annual thing that they do there. And it's the subject of our latest Laughing Place on Location video. So this is actually the season finale. We're going to be taking a little break from On Location. It'll come back in mid-January. And so, yeah, enjoy this one. Hold you over through the holidays. And then I also wanted to mention that our Festivus article for the year, Disney Festivus, is up. And we'll be doing a member stream later today, tentatively set for noon Pacific, but I'll let you know for sure. But yeah, plan to talk about Festivus in a members only stream this afternoon.
The fun stuff.
Dude, would you get a chance to watch the new Prep and Landing?
I have not.
Well, in that, it's kind of like 3 different little stories put into one, and one of them finds the elves on an island enjoying and relaxing, and apparently this island was inspired by none other than Castaway Key. So Disney released this little Instagram video showing the inspiration and putting them side by side, so you can get a closer look at those connections as Tony wrote about them over on Laughing Place. I think that's fun stuff because we wrote about it. That's how it works out. And then over in Shanghai, they have some pretty cool different trees in Disney Town, which is their equivalent of like Disney Springs, downtown Disney. I'd say my favorites, Monsters Inc. is pretty cool, although the Sully is like the same model that they have for the popcorn bucket. So that's a little distracting. But then also I like the Inside Out one, the background there that they have there with the different memory orbs. It's pretty cool.
I want to hate Duffy so badly, but this is beautiful. I like it.
It's very cute.
You said Monsters Inc. I don't think I got to that one.
It was the first one.
Oh, okay. Well, I did get to it. Oh, I like the Frozen one too.
Yeah, they're all pretty cool, and this background's also really cool.
From Frozen to Frozone.
There you go.
Oh, that's not it. There we go. Very nice. I like those. Those are everything's better in Asia. Just a fact.
It's true. This is just a silly tweet that I saw yesterday for the first, I think it was the first time, they had a regular ESPN Monday Night Football broadcast on Disney Plus. So I thought this was relevant. But somebody noted that Phillip Rivers next to Brock Purdy looks like a Disney Plus movie about a father and son who play against each other in the Super Bowl. The son won in this case, sorry to say. But yes, if you don't know, Phillip Rivers was a retired quarterback who's just come back to the Colts.
But Dad had a good game for a 44-year-old grandpa, though.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty decent, but alas, the 49ers won and took me into. I could go into my fantasy football woes, but I won't.
Rebecca, I don't know. I would take a chance and mention this. Rebecca, she went to that Bahamas thing where she got to hang out with a bunch of influencers and stuff and ended up in a fantasy football league with one. Her first year ever doing fantasy football. She is in her Super Bowl from that league. She is playing Bachelor Joey in the Super Bowl in her fantasy league next week. So go, Rebecca.
Nice. I did really well in my Vampire League, but then I didn't play the right player because I thought that player had an ankle injury, and then apparently he was just fine and scored 40 points. And yeah. Anyway.
All right, we've reached the point in our show where we find out just how smart Kyle is or isn't by asking what happened on this day, December 23rd, in Disney history. On this day, in 1943, an actor was born. I think mostly known as a voice actor, but you'd recognize his face as well. He does plenty of face stuff. Big Disney credit is the dog announcer in Chicken Little, also a very regular on The Simpsons. You can see his face in The Truman Show. This is Spinal Tap. His name is
Harry Shearer.
You are absolutely right. Happy birthday, Harry Shearer. Way to go. On this day, in 1954, a Disney live-action film came out starring Kirk Douglas.
I don't know.
Got a whale of a tale to tell you that.
Oh, it's 20,000 Leagues.
Very good. You're not going to get this one. On this day in 1982, an attraction opened at Epcot. which I'd never heard of until I just read this morning, called Electronic Forum, an attraction where guests view film clips focusing on current events.
All right. That's
Sometimes
I see why it's not around.
On this day in 1998, something opened at downtown Disney in Walt Disney World. Something
Disney
not run by
Quest?
Disney.
Oh.
Something not run by Disney. Still there, although it's slightly different.
AMC.
Big white tent.
Big white tent. Oh, the Cirque tent.
La Nuba opened in this day in 1988. And finally, 10 years ago today, an attraction opened at Epcot, replacing Captain EO.
Is that the Pixar shorts?
That is right, the Disney Pixar Short Film Festival. How could anyone forget?
Yeah, great attraction.
That's it. That's it. Sorcerer's Pick. I'm not even going to try to recap all the questions, but the current question out there.
You've been going over them all day. You don't have to recap all of them.
What did you say?
So we've been going over them all each time. You don't have to go through them all anyway.
Okay. So we had some from the weekend, Tower of Terror, Avatar, Fire and Ash. I liked your question. Kyle took over for me for this last week because, life. So he asked a good Avatar question. He asked, will it make 97 million or more at domestic box office? Why was 97 your number?
Because after Friday's numbers came in and I was looking for a question, it set the range between 90 and 105, I think it was. And so I took the mean.
And it didn't even make 90.
It underperformed even the lowest of those numbers.
Very front-loaded for Friday. I like how we had a crowdsource last week. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, the best Sherman Brothers song, and we had a tie. It was 50-50, so that question ended up in a draw. Tower of Terror asked, would it be 80 minutes or longer? It's 125 minutes. It's that time of the year. And our current question to answer is, will there be at least 2 Santa Claus entries in the Disney Plus Top 10 right now? So let's pop over to the Disney Plus Top 10. And
we're 2 minutes early, but I think it's safe to say that it'll be the same.
We're going to go with it.
I guess I can in the meantime. The most apt bumper ever today, because that's literally the question.
So will there be 2 movies in the two Santa Claus related thingies in the top 10? And of course, Disney does not give me my arrow, so it's a little bit hard to do this, but we'll figure it out. Dude, where's my arrow? Click there. All right,
that's right there. It's just dark.
Yeah. Anyway, number 1, we have Home Alone. Number 2, we have the original Santa Claus. Home Alone 2, which gives us the great. I saw a BuzzFeed line of the best one-lines in any Christmas movie, and number 1 was "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal." So, comes from Home Alone 2. Taylor Swift, "The End of an Era." Hey, there it is, Santa Claus 2. The answer is yes. And then Mickey's "Once Upon a Christmas," Avatar: The Way of Water, Avatar. Wow, it's inspiring people. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and Mickey's "Twice Upon a Christmas." So let us
take a closer look at Mickey's "Twice Upon a Christmas," though, and tell me if it bothers you.
Oh my goodness, why did you make me do that? That is freaky deaky.
Well, no, like look at how it says Mickey's upon twice a Christmas.
That doesn't bother me. His head bothers me. All right.
If that came out today, people would say that's AI.
Exactly. And are we sure it's not? All right, so back to Sorcerer's Streak. Let's get on the leaderboard. I think we're going to see a familiar name up there. Jeremy Parker is back and kicking booty and taking names.
Okay, he's all out of bubble.
But Nikki B. Look at Nikki B in second place there. Luke Manning, Unknown Platypus, myself, Kyle, nowhere to be seen, and Bill, our featured player, is going to be very easy to beat this time.
Well, that's it for us. I'm checking to see if there's any late breaking news, and I'm not seeing any. But like I said, we are going to be doing a Festivus members only stream. So if you are a member, be sure to check us out, and we'll discuss the airing of grievances the feats of strength, and some Festivus miracles. You can also share your opinions on those topics at probably noon. And then Barely Necessities, believe it is happening at 4:00 p.m. today. So you can learn about the latest Disney merchandise.
Yes, Fred, yes.
So it's if you remember, it's a 4-show Tuesday. Is that what I assume you're saying yes to? Because we'll have Disney Trivia Live at 7:30 p.m. With Doobie and Gideon. So tune in for all of those. Ring the bell, subscribe, and we'll see you real soon. We'll be doing a show tomorrow for Christmas Eve, but then we'll be off for the rest of the week. Bye, everybody. Where's the button?